All right, guys, none of us would be here if it wasn't for your next comic. He's the co-producer. He puts his heart and soul into this. If you don't like him, I don't like you. It's Bear Love!
How we doing, Golden? Gotta move this. Hippies are a little clumsy. Okay, my name's Bear. I've always been called Bear. My dad loves to remind me I named you that and not the hippies. But I've always been called Bear. Unless I was hitchhiking through Mexico, everybody thought I was saying my name was Beer. They're like, this crazy American, he wants to party so much, he names himself Beer. And so I would say it in Spanish, no, oso. And every one of them made the same joke. They'd look at me and say, oso? Oso polar? Polar bear. But I'm a hippie, so it's good to be back in Colorado where you guys legalize pot. Kind of put me out of a job. Nobody tells you what happened to the weed man, the one that made it out. He delivers pizza now. DoorDash. You know, and these people with the snowboard racks on the top of their car looking like cops. Slowing down your food is not my fault. But I used to grow pot high up in the Colorado Rockies, double meaning. And the worst thing happened to us, we ran out of Kool-Aid. You know, hippies love Kool-Aid. They even have it on tap at Sheba Hut like it's a real drink. So, but have you ever been so stoned you thought you invented something that you didn't really? So, my girlfriend shops at Costco, so I had a bunch of sugar, and I, got water, so I've got all this sugar water, but I didn't have any Kool-Aid. So, a bunch of hippies came up to our grow, and they all bring tea packets, so I'm like, oh, this is genius. I can flavor my sugar water with tea. And nobody called me out for 3 days of giving it to my friends. They probably thought it was pot in it because of me. But it was just celestial season, sleepy time. So, but this went on for 3 days. I'm telling my girl, should I make another batch of sugar water tea? Which flavor do you want? And so I'm making all these different batches of sugar water tea. And your family will keep you in check. My cousin came from Texas. And I'm telling him, I'm thinking about opening up a stand at Red Rocks with the different flavors. Everybody could try a different one. He goes, that's great, Bear. But you did not invent sweet tea. So, but my name is Bear, and I've got a little bit of gray in my beard. And so you can say I might be going through a midlife crisis if I'm starting comedy at this age. But my generation doesn't do a midlife crisis like my dad's generation. He bought himself a Corvette, spins in circles. My generation doesn't have Corvette money. Midlife crisis for my generation looks like a whole Ninja Turtles collection. So, a midlife crisis for my generation looks like the 35-year-old should be trading all the recipes with the moms at school, but instead, this weekend, she's getting her head shaved. Where's my Britney Spears? That's a midlife crisis for my generation. But I'm not picking on the single girls, the single guys, we're doing it. He should have joined the military 25 years ago, but he's been working in a factory for the last few years with his dad, and now his knees are not there. But you'll find him this weekend at Bass Pro Shop, looking for night vision goggles to hunt a deer. Tanner, if you need night vision goggles to hunt a deer, you're not the warrior we need. So, but a lot of hippies, we don't have kids. Who's got kids out there? Cool, you guys keep track of your children's height on the wall, how good they're doing. Hippies, we keep track of our length of our hair as the last time we saw a judge. I'm doing okay. So, but my friend, his dad is a hippie. And it's kind of hard growing up and, being a rebel. But how do you be a rebel when your parents are hippies? Get a job? Go to school? Get a degree? It's kind of hard to run away from your dad's teepee. And he chases you down on horseback and says, it's cool, bro, we can talk about it. But hippies did some good things. They invented the word grounded. Take away the TV, take away the phone, get grounded. Before that, I guess we just beat our kids. So in his family, spooning means laying with your lover. In my family, a spooning means when you get hit with a wooden spoon trying to taste the gravy too soon. Okay, guys, we have a great show tonight. You guys have fun?
That was Bear Love, everybody.